Hi guys, welcome to ECE 111, Language and Literacy. The purpose of this video is to give you a little introduction to the course, and we'll also talk a little bit about the final project that's due in week 4. First of all, I want to welcome all our new students. I'm so glad you're here. Either you've come to us from CLD or from AOS courses. Either way, I'm glad to have you in the ECE core classes now. Our course format, like all our other online courses, it's a 4-week class, and new assignments begin every Monday. Most are due the following Sunday, except for discussion boards. So on your discussion board, you'll need to make your initial post by Wednesday at midnight, and then reply to 2 classmates on their discussion board postings by Sunday at midnight. I hope this helps free up some of your time. Part of the reason behind taking an online course is that it will work around your schedule, and that's what we want to do. Also, we have Pinterest assignments that go along with ECE 111. So if you do not already have a Pinterest board, you'll need to set that up. It's a free account, and I'd be glad to work with you, show you a little bit about how to get started. If you already have a Pinterest board, that's fine. You can use that same account, and you'll simply be adding new boards each week. So we'll have 4 of those all together, and then in the end we'll have our final project. So let's talk just a minute about that. Our literacy kit, this is one of my favorite final projects, and I love this quote: "Children are made readers on the laps of their parents," and it's so true. A literacy kit is basically a set of activities that's designed to allow the student to participate and communicate either during, before, or after reading a book. And the literacy kit that you're going to be designing is specifically to be taken home on a weekend by a child. So let's say you're working at a daycare center, or you're running your own daycare or learning center. This would be a kit that could go home over the weekend with the parents, and the whole family gets to take part in this experience. The kit that you build should be offered for a child 3 to 5 years of age, and you should pick the specific age. So pick a book that would appropriate to a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, or a 5-year-old. It's up to you. Okay. The kit should include, first of all, an appropriate container. So you might have a bag. A lot of my students have used the plastic shoebox that's kind of see-through. Some have used backpacks. Anything that could be easily transported by the child, because this is something that the kiddo's taking home over the weekend. Now, it's important to note these don't have to be new things. These can be things that you have around the house. It might be something that you borrow from a friend or family member. So this does not have to be a high-cost project. It can be a zero-cost project. However, considering the time of the year that we are, I have had some students create their literacy kit as a present for a child in their life. So maybe you've got a birthday coming up, or Christmas, or another celebration. So you could think of a child and what book they might like to read, and you could build this kit specifically for them. To me, that gives it even more purpose, and it makes it more special. So first, you've got the container. Second, you have detailed directions on how to use the kit. These should be very simple and easy to follow, something that a parent could read through and easily understand what needs to happen with the kit. You will have at least 1 book appropriate to the child's age or reading level. So it's up to you what book that you choose. The more popular books, there's going to be more ready-made or Pinterest or internet activities out there. So you might consider that, but of course you can build all of your activities from scratch if you'd like to as well. So 1 book. Some literacy kits will include more than 1 book, but 1 book will be the focus of the theme for the kit. You'll also have a list of frequently used words from the book, or you might use word cards instead on index cards that be used before the reading and maybe after as well, to help the child become more familiar with the words that are in the book that they'll be going through. Number 5, a fun activity that can be done with the child and the parents related to the theme of the book, including detailed directions. So real important on this fun activity, all the materials need to be in there for this activity to be done. So the family shouldn't have to find anything to complete this activity. So an example would be if scissors are required, be sure the scissors are in there, that the glue is there. All the supplies to do this fun activity should be in the kit. Number 6, an educational worksheet or activity. So number 5 was a fun activity. Number 6 is an educational activity. Examples might include letters to the words that are frequently used in the book. It needs to tie into the theme. Simple crossword puzzles or book-related terms, or it might be a math or a science activity that goes along with the book as well. And then lastly, you might also include a book-related stuffed or plastic toy that could be held during the reading. So I want to show you a few examples. You'll be able to visualize exactly what we're looking for here. Here's an example of a literacy kit, and they've used the book Rumble in the Jungle. So lots of animals in the book. You'll see that they took the extra step of doing an iron-on name on this canvas bag. Kind of cute. Don't have to do that, but it really personalizes the bag so that you can easily tell what literacy kit this is if you were working in a center. So we've got Rumble in the Jungle bag. We have crayons, the book itself, then we have memory cards down below of different animals that might be in the book. We've got index cards of frequently used words, so these could be flipped through and talked about, sounded out, depending on the age of the child. We've got a monkey stamp up here, and in this file folder would probably be your instructions or your other activity requirements, such as your educational or your fun activity. So those are kind of handy to keep things together. Next, here's another example. This one has used mouse paint, and we have the mouse paint book as well as one other one, Colors Everywhere, and the two sort of go together because they're both color related. So this would give them an extra book to read. We've got the stuffed mouse that could be held during reading time. We have an activity down here. I'm not sure specifically on that one. We've got Shapes and Colors Memory Match Game. These are easily found at some of the dollar stores. Get them fairly inexpensive, or if you just have these around the house, that would work too. What do we have down here? A, C, D, colors and shapes. CD that could be listened to, bringing a little auditory aspect. And then we have our flannel board. Love flannel boards. And this one's small enough that it can be transported. And all the other mice are over here. So lots of fun things to do with mouse paint. Here's our last example. Barnyard Dance. You're getting the idea of it. Here again, we've got a canvas bag, crayons for an activity. We've got the Barnyard Dance book itself by Sandra Boynton. She's one of my favorite children's authors. I love the illustrations and the rhyming in her stories. Farmyard Friends with magnetic animals, because it sort of ties together. Memory, picture cards again. Index cards are frequently used words. And then our activities and our directions would be in the folder that says Barnyard Dance. So you get the basic idea of what I'm looking for. The literacy kit goal. In addition to participating in fun, hands-on activities with families, students also gain an understanding that reading can be for fun and for gaining knowledge. So we want to tie the two together. Parents will hopefully learn about the joy of being involved in their child's education and continue actively supporting them. So is it realistic that we could send home a literacy bag every weekend? For every child, maybe not, but what if you could at least send home a literacy bag once a month for every child? So it comes back, you redo the supplies in there, and then maybe it goes home with another child. You can have a whole room full of literacy kits at your disposal, depending on what type of center you're at. So really great, and also you'll see some of these put together at libraries as well. So there's lots of different things that you could do. There's lots of different activities you get to dream up to go into your literacy kit. Lastly, a little bit about submitting your kit, because it's a little different. I want you to take 2 pictures to include in your literacy kit submission. Use your phone, use your computer, whatever you've got handy. 1 picture should be of you holding the kit. And what I love about that is I get to see your face. Some of you, I never get to see your face until this assignment, because sometimes you don't come to campus or we're not there at the same time. So you're proving to me you did this wonderful literacy kit. You're holding it up. And in the second picture, I want a detailed picture of everything that's in there. So it should be all laid out on a table or on the floor so that I can see the container, the book, the activities, everything that's in there all spread out. Next, number 2, you're going to have a list of all the supplies included, and this serves 2 purposes. For the teacher, you know exactly what needs to be in there before it goes home on the weekend, and for the parent, you know exactly what needs to go back in the bag when it comes back home on Monday. So great thing to use there. Number 3, detailed directions for how to use the kit. And if you're unsure of your wording, you might have a friend read through it and look at the kit and get some feedback from them. Maybe they can tell you if this needs to be changed, or if this wasn't, they didn't quite understand this one direction. So it's always good to get another set of eyes on the project. Number 4, detailed directions for the fun activity as well. And number 5, a copy of the educational activity. So I want there to be a physical copy of everything that's going to go in there. You're not turning the kit into me, but you are turning in this picture and all the details. And then if you want to, it can go on to be a Christmas present or a birthday present or just a simple gift to maybe a child in your life. So kind of neat, right? So you guys be sure and contact me if you have any questions. I would love to help you out. And this is what you have to look forward to in week 4 and our final week of class. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.